right. Uh, okay. No idea how much I have the gain turned up. I think that would be better. Nope. That's really high. And that's really low. I guess that's really high. Alright, anyways. Alright. Can you hear me? That's the important thing. That's the most important thing, is if I can be heard. Other than seen, obviously. If not, I can always raise the gain or something. Oh wow, the gain was really low. That's crazy. Alright. Well, okay. Well, people are coming in. I'm gonna go do something real quick. In fact, I may have a mistake here. Because this needs to be flipped. So let me flip this real quick. So that you can actually see this the way you're supposed to see it. Because this looks like it should be like rotated like 180 degrees. And that's flipped vertically, but not horizontally. I mean, I could just turn the camera upside down. That could technically work. How did I do it last time? I don't know if you can hear my neighbors, but they're having a party. Hopefully you can't. Because if you can, I'm sorry. Oh, there it goes. That's how you do it. And that would be flip vertical, flip horizontal. There you go. That's much better. Alright, so everything looks normal. Oops. And that pole. I didn't even know I could make poles. Alright. Let me move the camera down a little bit. Okay. I'll just wait for some more people to come back in, or to come in, and see what's going on here. So I had to go to the store to buy some new markers because you can see my black one is out of commission. So that's kind of why I was focused on top of other issues. So here I go shaking this paint pen. The plan is that I'm going to be signing these in here in the corner with silver, and for this color, for this poster, it's going to be in black. Probably either here, I haven't decided yet. And I haven't decided if I'm going to number them. If I do, I'll probably do it in the back somewhere so that it's not as obvious. Because I don't know how people feel about numbering. But it's really not that big a deal. And the idea is that I'm going to sign these. And when you get the posters, you're going to get both, but you're going to only get one of them signed. So you get a random one that's signed. Kind of like a surprise. At least that is the idea. So you're going to get one of these signed, and the other one's not going to be. It's going to be completely random. But those of you that ordered a copy of the issue 2 signed, and the print looks amazing. I'm really impressed with the print. It looks really nice. And the lettering is clear. SK did a really nice job with the lettering. It looks really nice. And you get other little surprises too with it. Just so you know. Nelson. So anyways, I have a camera up here pointing down to this so that you can see when I sign it. The whole idea is so that you can know that I did sign these, and so you can compare it. Like if you're ever like doubting if I ever did sign it for any reason, you can verify it. I have a friend who's a collector and he suggested this, so that's why we're doing this. Also because it's a neat little thing that I haven't really seen done much. And I'm all about doing neat things that people don't usually do. if you're in chat, you can see that my mom and my sister are currently in chat. They're hanging out. Speaking of which, message one of the backwards. Alright. So I have 21 of each to sign. Alright. So these are the mini posters. These are 11 by 17, so they really are mini posters. And they're really nice, if you ask me. It's a really nice print. So I'm going to start with this one. Because it is oil marker, it takes a little while to dry, so I'll just set them aside so they could dry. Alright, there's two. While waiting for other backers to come in, for those of you who are in here and for those of you backers who did want to see it, thanks for coming in. Thanks for supporting. This is once again one of the projects that I'm most excited for. And if it wasn't for all of you, we wouldn't be doing this. Hopefully everybody is staying safe, because yeah, we're still in the middle of a real pandemic. Of these. And I did not think about all the room that I would need for this one. Oops. Sign this one. Yeah, that's the most surprising thing, is all the variants that have come out for this one. It's crazy. And not to like go too far into it, but I work at a hospital, not in the hospital, but I work at one, and so we see that a lot. I don't work in the hospital, so I'm lucky. But I work for one. So it's kind of nutty. The comics will be numbered though. For sure. Because I did that the last time, and that is something that I know I'd have to do. I think the printer that we use for this one is Printivity, and these are pretty thin prints, so if you frame them, just be careful. But I think that goes for most posters, because I've always had issues with posters, so just watch out. But rest assured that they will be shipped in big tubes. We have these tubes for these, which will be inside of a box. And we're going to make sure that it's sealed properly. I made sure that they fit, tested some. It works. This is actually a really sturdy tube. I was kind of worried about that because I never trust any of these shipping companies. I don't trust USPS, I don't trust UPS, I don't trust FedEx, I don't trust any of the shippers. We're super paranoid about it all the time. And for good reason. I've had stuff that just, I don't like shipping. So just rest assured that it will be shipped fairly well. Oh yeah, Will's giving out a little spoiler. I gave, for my job, one of the characters is going to have my job. So for future issues, you're going to see one of the characters, one of the main characters, with my job. Because I couldn't figure out what to do with them, and I was like, that would be funny if I just did that. So it's a little teaser. You gotta write yourself in there somehow. Okay, that's it for these. Now I'm gonna do black Sharpie on these, which is not actually Sharpie, it's a paint. It's a paint pen. Oh. Which, as you can tell, is brand new. This is what they look like when they're new. And there's like a lot of videos like on TikTok that are making fun of these, like if you're bleeding them out. It's funny. For those of you who want to frame the poster and be careful with it, listen to what Cheap Angler says. The guy knows his stuff. He's a collector. He's actually the reason why I'm signing with oil marker with this paint pen instead of with like a regular Sharpie. He's actually the reason for it because he knows his stuff. There it goes. Yeah, there it goes. Alright, so now it's for this one. Ooh, new pen. This one's smooth. Can you even see that? Did I move it? Okay, you can see it good. I wonder if that's why when you go to Comic-Con you see them with a bunch of new markers. It's really because they like writing with the new one. I know that's not true, but still. It feels so smooth. And Al did this one. Al is one of the artists that we had do this particular variant, and I kind of wish that we could have did a variant of the comic with it, but we didn't. This is a really, really nice cover, and was not expecting it at all. This was something that was like last minute, and it's a really, really nice cover. Like this is, I kind of wanted to do a cover with like a version of this comic with this cover, because that would have been nice, but we didn't. Which I did not know that Al was from Cairo. That's really cool. I didn't know that. I think he does like movie posters, and that's kind of what he did here. Was a movie poster style. Yeah, I think it goes without saying that Camilo did a really awesome job. I mean, I think just about every time I get, I thank him, because without his art, I mean, his art is just something else. I said it last time, and I'm saying it again, that a big reason why I wanted Camilo is because I wanted an artist who had the inside art was the same as the cover art. I was really big about that. I wanted the art to be consistent from the cover to the inside. Like I want the actual comic to be that whole style. And it came out really nice. That's the whole concept, is so that it looks consistent. And this goes with it. Like it's just crazy. It just goes with it. And that's one of the challenges, is finding an artist who does sequential art in this style, because you don't really see that very often. And it's kind of challenging for artists who do this kind of art to do sequential as well in this style, because a lot of them, they're not used to it. It's not something that you really see. And that's why we have people like Camilo or Temple Smith, or people like in that same vein. My favorite page of the issue, because this is Will's. My favorite page is actually this one, the first one, because it came out exactly how I imagined it. I was really impressed, because it came out almost exactly as how I imagined it. The very first page is spot on. And then that goes without saying the rest of it too, but the first page is my personal favorite. Finish these up so I can go into the comic. For those of you watching, if you have a preference for which one of these you want signed, you can actually kind of email us, message me and let me know. And I'll try to get you that one. I'll try. Because I'm going to mark it on the tubes which one, so that I know. Because I don't know if those of you noticed, when I mailed out the first issue, I marked on the actual mailer which ones were signed issues and which ones weren't. I marked who it was for. I even wrote your names on some of the mailers so that I knew. So I made sure you got the right one. That's why it took so long to do it the first time, is because I was too organized. I was too particular about mailing it out. I didn't want to mail you something and then it'd be the wrong thing, and then everybody's out. And I don't want to do that. I wanted to get it right the first time so I didn't have to do it again. So I tried my best to do it. And this time we have all the shipping supplies. I think all we need now are boxes, because we're going to ship everything in one box, one protected box. And the comic's going to be in its own mailer. The posters are going to be in their own tube, and that's just to keep everything protected. And then that's going to be in a box, so it's going to be boxception going on. So you're going to have a box within a box within a box. So it'll be like one of those Russian dolls, but with comics and posters. I'm signing in the corner because I don't want to ruin the art, because I like the art a lot. Alright, so that's the last one of the posters. Alright, for these are going to be in silver. So this is the issue, and if you've already read it, you have seen this page already. And this is another page that I want to talk about a little bit. Actually, that narrative at the end is pretty cool. There it is. Okay, this one, which is the autopsy page. I don't know if you can see it. I'm waiting for my thing to catch up. Okay, so the autopsy page, all the lettering was an afterthought. This is something we put in afterwards because I felt like we all felt like it wasn't just me. It was actually, I think, Will that pointed it out. The page was a little empty, and it kind of didn't make sense that they were cutting into them if they didn't have anything about it. They didn't have any sound effects or anything, so we added this in, the text and everything after. And it works. Because it was just going to be a splash, and I kind of didn't, I don't know, I just didn't want it to be empty either after I thought about it. And then, let's see, what other pages? The lettering was done really, really well, which I can't get through. The MRN numbers are sort of kind of based in reality. If you've ever seen MRN numbers at hospitals, they're usually just digits. And I kind of formatted them in a way so that they have a meaning, but it's kind of hidden and only I know what that is. So they're not entirely random, but they have some kind of meaning to them. So those of you watching, there is a meaning to the MRN numbers, it's just hidden. And I probably won't reveal that until the end or something, I don't know. It'll be like a little Easter egg, so just pay attention to those. But they will stay consistent because it's true. You pretty much have the same one at the hospital. You usually have a different one at different hospitals, but for the comic, for the sake of the story, I'm going to keep it the same throughout the whole thing. Because in reality, that's not how it works, but why not? I mean, it's a story. And then we put these in as they came in, the thanks page, the special thanks. As you submitted your reply, we just pasted it in. And this is everybody. Thank you. Like, seriously. It's a lot of people. And of course, Will's comic, Monsters. Hopefully you're up on that too. So I'm going to start signing these. Oh yeah, and Apollo. Apollo was a neat little concept. Apollo and art. And you'll get more into that issue 3 actually. I'm introducing something else in issue 3. I don't know if I should say, but the idea is pretty neat. Alright, so I'm going to sign this one. Lower right, top, I don't know. Ooh. I'll sign the gun. Okay, so there's one. I'm going to sign the gun on that one. You know, they do it on all of them. And then I'll number them after I have them all signed. And if you're curious about the breed of dog, Apollo is a golden lab retriever, if I'm not mistaken. And he is a seeing eye dog. So Art is blind, which is very important. Because I don't think I have... And that was challenging writing a blind character. It was challenging. Because I was going to write a deaf character, but I decided against that. There should be 8 or 9 of these. Move this one over so I just got to make sure they dry. We used a different printer for the comics this time. What were their names? If Will remembers their names, I want to give them a shout out because they did an excellent job with this print. They did an excellent. And for the second printing as well of issue 1, it came out amazing. Let me show you what issue 1 looks like. It looks the same, except for some subtle differences. I'm going to take a look out of the wrapper. And with issue 1, we had some issues with printing. There were some like damaging issues. There were a couple issues that were damaged out of the box. These didn't have any of that. I'm happy. But for the reprint, when you look at it, it's I don't know, it looks a little brighter. I don't know what it is, but it looks a little brighter. Comics Wellspring, there were the printers for this issue, and I gotta say the print looks amazing. The colors look a little brighter when you look at issue 1. It looks a little more, I don't know, it pops a little bit more. I don't know if it's the paper that they used or the ink, or I don't know what it is, but everything looks a little more, I don't know, like a little more detailed. I don't know what it is, but it looks nice. And we definitely will stay with them, because that's, even the lettering, I'm looking at it, and even the lettering looks clearer. I don't know what it is about their process, but like even this really dark page where they're burning the bus, it looks fine. It looks detailed. It's kind of hard to get through on here, but it looks really nice. And then this slight changes, like we have a second edition tag on there. I don't know if you can see it really clearly on this, because this is a cheap camera, but it has a second edition marking on it, and the reprint variant also has that as well. It has a second edition marking on it. This slight changes here and there, like the back is a little different too. We have that added in there. This slight changes, but overall the color is like, when I saw it I was like, okay, this looks a lot brighter. Like even this page, the special effects coloring, it pops a little bit more. I wasn't expecting that at all. Let me make sure. So I'm gonna number these with a white marker. This is gonna be 8, I believe. Oh yeah, that's another thing too. I have a company, and I don't know if you noticed it on when I had sent out the first issue. I forgot that I had created an account with my company, Lemon Squeeze Independent, with the little lemon as the logo. So that's one of the additions too. Yeah, I forgot about that. And it's my logo, in addition to the Mad World one. This is just a little detail, but that's what I used to ship out the first time. Yeah, I had forgotten that I had created that like 10 years ago. So this is going to be 1 of 8, I believe. Just going to double check. And we didn't do the right left tiers this time that we did last time. Mostly because there weren't enough, but it's alright. Yep. 1 of 8, 2 of 8, 3 of 8, 4 of 8, 5 of 8, 6 of 8, 7 of 8, 8 of 8. Alright, so all of these are numbered. I just gotta let them dry. And then this issue also as well has included my little company logo in it. And yeah, so that's a signing. We're gonna get out to shipping this within the next, I want to say two weeks or so. We're just waiting on the last boxes to come in. the shipping boxes, so we could pack these so that they're safely packed and so that nothing gets damaged in shipping, because that's our biggest concern. It's not really, because we know that, however, we have to pack it as well as we can, because you can't really trust the shipping companies. You can't really trust any of them to handle your packages right. I buy hard drives, and I know how that works. Yeah, I've had hard drives damaged in shipping that were packed really well. So we're really paranoid about that. We want to be careful with how we pack everything. So we have these mailers for the comics, which are like this, which they shipped separately. Actually, these are for the comics. I also have leftovers from last time when those were shipped out. We have the tubes, which are also for the posters, which I just showed you, which I'm going to start to roll these up so that they're kept safe and they're not damaged. And then we have some wood shavings that we're going to put in there too, to keep it from shifting too much and shipping. These to keep it from shipping, so you know what to expect. Boxes that we got the first time were too small, so we're going to have to get new ones. But that's alright. The important thing is that we're going to get them out there shipped ASAP, and I'm going to start sleeving these because it looks like they're drying now. And I can actually start sleeving them. Actually, no, this one looks wet still. And then some extra little bonuses you're going to get with it. Of course, you're going to get the stickers, which are really nice stickers. And we got, I think, 100 of these. We got a lot of them. We got a whole bunch of them. We got picks. The picks was my idea because I'm a guitarist and I like guitar. I like picks, and these are Steve Clayton picks. It's actually a pretty clear printing. I was kind of worried that the text wouldn't come out clear, but it did. You probably think it was a band or something, but it's, you know, it's a comic, it's viridae. And then of course, as a little bonus, I'll be including these as well. These are my personal picks. These are different. These are Jazz XLs. And these are mine. I'll just be including them as a little bonus to everybody. We have a bunch of these. We have stickers. So you're going to be getting pretty much everything that we said. And some extra stuff too. Because why not? Yeah. But for the higher tiers, you'll get some additional goodies too. So just look out for these within the next, I want to say, month or two. We're going to be shipping everything out as well as we can, as fast as we can. Thanks for backing. Thanks for hanging out with the signing. Let me see what my... And let me see if this is dry yet. Yeah, that one's dry. I'm worried about them not drying fast enough so I can start sleeving them. I want to bag and board these so that they're kept safe. I don't want to damage them. And yes, I picked out the best copies of these so that you can, like the cleanest copies, I picked them out so that I could sign them and they look nice. I mean, they all look the same, but I just felt like these needed to be like special. And by cleanest, I mean like the middle of the pack. Even though they all look the same. And there's a small little thing, if you haven't noticed, with the cover. It kind of looks like a torn page, like the cover itself. Like if you look at this part, I like the way they did the art, because it looks like it's like a it looks like it's one of those pages that you like stick like on like a billboard, and then like when you put it on the billboard, you just tear it off. And it looks like it was like completely torn off in a piece, and it was like stuck back on. It looks really neat. I like the way it came out. Like it looks like it was like re-stuck on like at an angle. It's a nice little detail that he did. I don't know if those of you who read the comic saw that, but I like the way that he did the cover. Like the bottom has like this line across it. The top has like this little like faux tear, and the top has this like white line across the top of it. So it looks like it was like stuck back on. It's a really neat little detail that Camilo did. And he did that with the last issue too. The first one was actually a painting, and to that person who got the cover, like the painting, you're lucky. But he kind of did that too with that one. So I kind of like what he does with his art. And we are working on issue 3. So, which you might have already heard a little bit about, because I gave you some spoilers about one of the characters having my job, and then we're going to introduce another character. And hopefully you guys enjoy this issue and pass the word on, because I really enjoy doing this. Yeah, I like the way it came out. I'm just making sure it's dry. I will need to get a new silver pen though. I'm starting to see that it is wearing out. Actually, I'm gonna do it like this, so that I keep the comic from being weird. Okay, there's that one. I'm just leaving these to keep them safe. So. And for those of you who got the signatures here, thanks. I wasn't expecting that again. The first time I was kind of surprised. This time I'm still surprised. This is pretty neat. And this stream, as well as the last one, actually all the signature streams will always be here on YouTube. I also download backups just in case, but I doubt they'll ever take them down because they're just signature streams. And really, they're going to be here, so if you ever want to verify like one of the signatures or anything, for any reason, you can. You can always go and check to see exactly which one you got, or when I signed it. Alright everyone, so thanks for watching this stream. Thanks for hanging out. Thanks for watching me sign all of these. Looks like all of these finally dried. So I'm going to start rolling these up and packing them and getting them ready to ship out to everybody. Thanks for hanging out, thanks for watching, thanks for supporting us, thanks for being awesome. Let me just gather them all together so that you can see. Yeah, these all dried. Yeah, I was curious how thin they were. So I'm not going to number these, but they are here signed, and you'll know. I'm going to start to roll these up and put them in their respective tubes and start shipping them out. Alright everyone, thanks and have a good night. Stay safe. Thanks for supporting, thanks for backing, thanks for watching. Alright, see y'all later.